Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs podcast. Tonight, season 6, episode number 14. Tonight's our songs edition, Andy.
Yes, you can tell it's
What are
tell
your
it's cold
thoughts?
here
We're going to
tonight.
do an album. So we're not, sweatshirts. We
The hoodie's on. It's
sporting the
cold.
sweatshirts here. It's mid-February. We're at episode 14. We're going to be doing not an album review, but we're in the month of February. So it's going to be Sports and Songs goes country, right?
Yes. I
Is
just
that
picked
the
four
theme?
artists.
Yes. So we'll be covering an artist.
I picked four
coverage
artists
tonight.
from the
So,
80s that kind of had something to do with bands I liked. Not per se the four best artists I thought of in the 80s from country, just four artists I liked. I figured everybody else kind of knew of them. We could all kind of get to know them a little better again. So here we go.
Well, let's
Just do this here.
Let's kick it off. Looking forward to this one.
Naomi and Winona Judd, the Judds. American country
Okay.
music duo composed of vocalist guitarist Winona Judd and her mother Naomi Judd on backup vocals. The duo signed with RCA Records in 1983, released 6 studio albums between then and 1991. So that's weird. 6 albums in 8 years. That's popping them out. The Judds were one of the most successful acts in country music history, winning 5 Grammy Awards of Best Country Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal, and 9 Country Music Association Awards. They also charted more than 20 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Songs charts, including 14 that went to number 1. After 8 years as a duo, the Judds disbanded in 1991. After Naomi was diagnosed with Hep C, Winona began a highly successful solo career soon after, although she and her mother reunited on multiple occasions. My opinion, they never reunited for money. They never reunited for, hey, we're attention whores. We want to be on TV. I think it was just mom's health. They enjoyed working together. She had the health to do a couple Grand Ole Opry specials or TV specials. They did it. In my opinion, it was never a money grab on those two when they got together. It was a thank you, fans. We're getting back together. After a long battle with major depressive disorder, Naomi Judd did die of suicide in 2022. The Judds' first release in RCA Curb was an extended play titled Winona and Naomi. The release consisted of 6 songs, 2 of which included the singles to promote it. First was Had a Dream for the Heart, a song written by Dennis Lend and originally cut by Elvis Presley as a B-side. The Judds' rendition was their first entry into the Hot Country Singles or Hot Country Songs charts, where it peaked at number 17. Next was Mama He's Crazy, one of the more popular ones. I think that song really kind of kicking. Written by Kenny Odell in mid-'84. This song became the first of 8 consecutive number ones for the duo in the country music charts, while also earning the duo its first Grammy Award for Best Country Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal the following year. Okay, sidebar. For country music, rock music, that is the stupidest category in the world, by duo or group. Just say group and include duos in that. Whatever. I just always thought that was goofy. Duo or group. The Judds had their first full-length studio album, Why Not Me, was released in 1984. Steve Huey of AllMusic wrote that the album, quote, took its place as a classic of modern country, establishing the Judds as spokeswomen for the new generation of female country music fans. 3 singles were issued from that. The title track, which earned a 2nd Grammy Award for Best Country Performance by a duo or group with vocal, followed by Girls Night Out and Love is Alive. The album went on to sell 1 million copies in the United States. Just some other things about the Judds here. I'm going to kind of skip over a lot of this stuff because it gets kind of repetitive and gets into their songs. Just this is my opinion of some stuff about the Judds. There's a picture of them from the Oprah show at one time. Just I know Winona's going to love me putting that picture out there. Winona was country music. Her songs were country music. Her voice was so perfect country music. But she, for a while there, lived the rock and roll lifestyle. Not per so much with the drugs and the drinking, but the other part of the rock and roll lifestyle. Did that break up the band? No. Was Mama disappointed? Yes. What mother wouldn't be? But they still just, their sound was, you can't compare it. I don't know who else to compare it to. They were themselves. I think that's what set them above and beyond the rest. They harmonized great together because, of course, they're mother-daughter. Mother-daughters harmonize, family bands, the Judds, the Jacksons, the Osmonds, whatever you want to get into, I'm sure if Ozzy and Kelly Osbourne did a song, they'd harmonize good together. But families, you got something in there. Mama Judd had her health issues, and she had family issues, personal issues going on. Neither they are whether they're together things, and you can tell by them, just they got along great. That's what made their sound great, though, is country music was about family, and they were a family. So their song titles just went through it. Some of their American Music Country Awards they got. 1984, Top Vocal Duo and Song of the Year with Why Not Me. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, Top Vocal Duo. So 84 through 90, they were Top Vocal Duo. Now from the ACM. Country Music Association had the Horizon Award in 84, which is Best New Band. And along with the single Why Not Me in 85. 85, 86, 87, Vocal Group of the Year. 88, 89, 90, 91, Vocal Duo of the Year. So CMA broke it up, but they still had the best awards there. Grammy Awards, 1985. Best Country Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal with Mommy He's Crazy. 86, the same award for Why Not Me. 87, same award for Grandpa, Tell Me About the Good Old Days. Again, great song right there. That song was probably summarized country music fans. I think there isn't one who didn't like that song. 89, Best Country Performance. Give It a Little Love. Wonderful song. Wonderful, wonderful song. And then Love Can Build a Bridge. All these songs, those five right there. And those were probably their five best, of course. They got an award every year, but every album had that one song that stuck out. Not that the rest of the albums were crap, but just that one was so above and beyond. They stuck out well there. The one thing is here's the tough part about the Judds. 2022. They were inducted in the Country Music Hall of Fame, but it was the day before that when Mama Judd did commit suicide. Not gonna get into the whole politics and this and that of it. We try not to get into it. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Without getting into it. Horrible event. I think the way they handled the Country Music Hall of Fame that night was wonderful. They still went on with it. I think they were one of those artists who they could have said, hey, if you guys want to wait a couple weeks, that's cool. And they kind of went, the show must go on attitude. But that's it. The Judds, you could argue there are five songs right there that I mentioned that got all the awards. Well, if someone said those are the top five, what order are they in? I don't care what order you gave it. You were right. There were 1A, 1B, 1C, there. I could not tell you my five favorite songs. I can tell you five songs that are my favorites, but I could not list them 1 through 5. I could not list them 1 through 10.
Pretty interchangeable.
Yeah, and not saying they all sounded like just they all hit me differently. They all hit you differently. So great songs for car rides to listen and sing along with. You got to have someone else though. There, you can't sing by yourself. It's a duo, for God's sake. Good car ride music, nice, simple music because it was of a simple time. So
I didn't know about that 5 years straight dynasty of winning those awards. Yeah. That's tough to do.
Yeah, I mean, George Strait, Garth Brooks, Randy Travis, they kind of got all the awards because it was individual. The duo group always got, I don't want to say got second fiddle, but when you figure these gals ran it for 5-6 years in a row, 8 years in a row, kind of made George Strait and Garth Brooks and them second fiddle, my opinion. I like Garth, don't get me wrong. His music at the time was good. George Strait. I can't even think a bad thought about George Strait, or the missus will have my head. So I can't go down that road. But they were just so above and beyond. They weren't Future, but the thing that to them is when Winona went solo because of Mama's health, it was soon after that country music changed and kind of became the pop country and the this and that, which was kind of good because she was kind of had her run between the group with her mom and her solo, had her run. She's still touring today, still doing the casino scene, don't get me wrong. But I think it was nice to see her go out that way because the music changed, not because people got bored of her, the sales went down, and Scuttlebutt starts that way. It just was time. And it worked out great. As the next bands came up, the sound changed a little. Perfect timing. Kind of like when the hair bands ended and bands started.
Yes. Good stuff there on the Judds.
Thank you.
Now, Andy, I've got some updates for general music here coming up here. Let me bring my screen up.
Get your stuff going.
Check this out. Church of Cash here, Andy. This is the Wanted Man Tour 2025. Here's the dates in February and March. See St. Michael in there.
Yep.
Gotta love it. Now, I'd like to get your thoughts here, Andy. Here's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. Now, you had said today on Facebook, probably three, right? Two to three would get in.
2 to 3 I'd put in there, yep.
Legitimately.
I would say it would be Soundgarden.
What are your picks here?
Soundgarden, Chuck Berry. And here's where the three, the more I thought about it, four. I had Cyndi Lauper, so that's my maybe three. And if I was to push it for four, the White Stripes, but that's really going outside the box for me. But Chuck and Soundgarden and Cyndi Lauper, those would be my three. I like Billy Idol. Love Billy Idol. You had 2 songs. No. Some of these others, no. You had just a couple songs that were over and over. No. Cyndi Lauper, she had more than a few songs, but what she did for the industry, she changed women's rock and roll. That's where I say for her. Soundgarden was part of that whole grunge run. But they had a nice run. They didn't just have a couple albums that were really good, like Pearl Jam, and then crap the bed for the next 8. Soundgarden kept putting out good albums.
And how about the Black Crowes?
Not a fan.
To me, they've just had a couple albums, and I don't think Hall of Fame when I hear them.
And your one song that made it big was a cover song, and that's really the only song people know you for.
Yeah, they did well. They were successful, but once again, this is the Hall of Fame, so I think they're outclassed here. Billy Idol probably the same.
You're known for a cover song.
I'm hoping Soundgarden. The White Stripes, another. I don't see them as a Hall of Fame band, but nominated. Yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
All right. Next one. What's your thoughts here? Now, the Super Bowl, Andy, was on Sunday. Johnny Cash's rendition of "Personal Jesus" was featured in the Super Bowl commercial, where it says "He gets us," the Jesus ad. And so, what's your thoughts on this? We talk a lot about Johnny Cash on the show.
It was good. A lot of the commercials during the Super Bowl were very different. A lot of real life issues, a lot of religious issues. The one for breast cancer really kind of hit me. You're watching and you're like, where the hell are they going with this? And then, but they were good. I'm glad they mixed in real life. It wasn't all puppies and horses and funny. It dealt with real life issues, but they didn't get political. They didn't get we're right, you're wrong. They didn't say, hey, here's religion, we're Christianity, screw the rest of you. No, they were just saying, have faith, I think, in this commercial. That song choice, you can't go wrong with Johnny Cash for sure, but yeah, it was okay. I like the song choice they used for that commercial. but I never think of that song as being the religious song either. So that's where I thought, geez, they could have picked so many other songs besides that one. But I'm a Johnny Cash homer, so I'm a Mark, so I can't say bad. But I think they could have found other songs that would have worked out better.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Good stuff. March 28th, Sugar Buzz coming to the Shakopee Bowl, 8 p.m. $10 cover. Now, Andy, we're planning on going to this. My calendar's open, right?
Yes.
Yours is as well.
Yes. In fact,
always a good time.
Go back to that one real quick for a fact. I know they got other dates coming in February. If you go to their page, you'll see a lot more dates for Sugar Buzz. We're mentioning this one because we're going to be there. Shakopee Bowl, highly recommended. Order ahead of time and get a table, people. That's the way to go. Yes, you may stay up and dance and go sing along, but to me, end of March is still a time of year you want a table to go sit at, a place to hang your coat, just chat with your friends beforehand. Thing to do.
Yeah, they sell the individual or group, bar stools at the bar, tables of 4, 6, and 8. If no table, you are standing. And so, like you said, Andy said that whether you got a winter coat or a jacket, or you want just a place to call home, a home base to set your things, you can't have it without reserving. So make your reservations. It's a fun time. Now, Andy, look what's coming out here in a few days here. 2/21/25, the David Lee Roth 5 CD set. What are your thoughts? This is like a box set of his solo stuff, right?
Just in time for Easter. I have all but the last CD in this set. I'm not a big box set guy, but because a lot of times it's basically if you got most of them anyway, you're fine. It's the extra stuff they throw in there. I want to see what else you get with it. I don't want a poster and a T-shirt and a guitar pick, all that crap. If there's maybe a booklet in there, some behind-the-scenes stuff might be kind of cool. But yes, DL Roth fans, this is a must-have.
David Lee Roth, baby. And that's what I've got. That's the update. There's Sugar Buzz, David Lee Roth, A Personal Jesus, Johnny Cash, Church of Cash. Always good time of the year here with music, with the indoor venues until it gets nice for the outdoor patios. But good episode on the Judds there. Anything else?
I just want to let you know, you bars and clubs with your outdoor venues, please keep us in the loop. Don't be afraid to tag us on your posts so we can get you mentioned here on the show. Just get ready to start going out, folks. Go out and see these bands. Go see Sugar Buzz. Go see Metallica. Go see the other bands. It's fun to go. It's a good time. And if you don't have a good time, something's wrong. That's all I'm going to say. Just go to a club to see anybody. You got to get out. You got to get out and go.
It's fun stuff. Even at our age, it's a blast to go. You can't go wrong. It's a good time. Even if you don't know the bands, you don't know the music, you don't know the songs, you're gonna have a good time. It's always fun just to see the live music, I think. So tribute bands here in the Twin Cities are one of the best in the scene, I think.
Yes, they are.
All right, have a good one. We'll see you back next week.
Bye.